That is Sanfan Thomas for you. Hello guys, here we are again for yet another broadcast on your favorite platform with Papi TBC. In fact, my excitement cannot be contained within this vessel called my body. And so I have decided that it should burst out. You know, when there's too much, it must burst out. And for those who do not know, this is Sanfan Thomas playing. You may ask me why I'm playing Sanfan Thomas at the beginning of this broadcast. You may ask who Sanfan Thomas is. That is the assignment you have for yourself. But I must tell you that with Papi TBC, TBC has come to stay. So you're welcome to yet another edition of our broadcast, another edition of our series, TBC is not a scam. Today, guys, I am broadcasting live from the coastal city of Mombasa. I am broadcasting live from the coastal city of Mombasa. You can see that there's a lot of noise in the background. Yes, permit that just for today, because as I'm talking to you, it is just that it is almost impossible for me to broadcast from a shopping mall. But I wanted to make this as live as possible so that those who still have doubts with respect to TBC and think it's a scam should know from an eyewitness account. This is Papi TBC, your favorite TBC show. Like I said, is the 8th episode of our series, TBC is not a scam. I am broadcasting from the coastal city of Mombasa, and I would like to say hello to our governor, Sultan Joe Hassan. We revere him very much. I so much speak with delight for the legendary hospitality that the headquarters of his county, Mombasa, has been known for, and which I myself have tested. I have tested this hospitality specifically from the point of view of TBC. And that's why I say that it's a live witness account, it's an eyewitness account, and TBC has come to stay. So guys, journey with me on as I bring to you this good news from the coastal city of Mombasa. Listen to Sanfan Thomas just for a while. Yo. I could not but introduce this broadcast with the legendary, um, we cannot but produce this broadcast with the icon, the music icon of Cameroon by name Sanfan Thomas, because when I visited this city, beautiful city of Mombasa, I was given a warm welcome. Not primarily because I was a TBCian, but because I was from Cameroon. And the only thing those who welcomed me thought about when they heard I was from Cameroon was Sanfan Thomas. They thought about when he came and staged his piece of music, this particular piece on Mombasa soil. And so I had nostalgic feelings for the great Sanfan Thomas and for the beautiful city, the beautiful triangular country in Central and West Africa called Cameroon. That is exactly why I begin with Sanfan Thomas. But like I said, guys, TBC is real. TBC is not a scam. TBC has come to stay. And I'm here today to share with you, to let you understand that TBC is not a scam from, like I said, an eyewitness account. I will be speaking from what I did, what I did, not what someone told me, not what I read, but what happened to me, what I did, my experience. You remember, they say experience is the best teacher. And that's exactly why I want to enrich the TBC world and the TBCians out there with this experience I have had to debunk the lies which exist and to categorically say that TBC is not a scam. Before I begin with this much talk about experience, I would like to bring to you, um, I would like to bring to you, uh, I would like to bring to you for those who have been so attentive, those who have been so attentive on the TBC stage. You bear with me that sometime we go journey with me. Let me share my page with you. I'm sorry. Those who are very current, alive with the TBC stage, you believe with me that some time ago there has been a certain photo which came on some WhatsApp groups. It was even on the TBC, TBC Facebook platform, and all that about TBC in Kenya. When I stepped foot on Kenyan soil, I decided to find out, is this a scam? Is this part of the scheme of the TBC, technocrats to continue holding hostage the rest of the world with the view that TBC is a scam? And so I got into my research as usual. And guess what? When in the course of my research, this is what I found. Let me bring to you this. I bring to you this. You see, for those of you who can see and do remember, this photo. This photo was once on the TBC page, especially the TBC page of Cameroon, that there is a shopping mall in Kenya, precisely in Mombasa, in which TBC is accepted 50%. This mall, from my research, was called Jambo Mart. And I went searching and searching and searching. That is exactly what brought me to the city of legendary hospitality, the great Mombasa. And I must tell you that I stepped foot on this same mall, and the experience was even somewhat better than I'm sure this pioneer whom you find here. Now, before I went into the TBC, into the shopping mall, I visited the TBC's office in Mombasa, and there, sorry, the photo is not very clear. I got into contact. I saw the office was busy, And you can find there the lady there, that is the TBC leader from Mombasa. This is a certain pastor. He's also a full-time TBCian. There were a couple of people in the office who came to do some findings and, to get a few ideas and the way forward for TBC. That caught my attention, and I found myself very pleased. You can find me there. I had to post, on the against the background of the TBC office in Mombasa. This is what they have on one of their walls. He said a billion coin never goes down in its value. Buy now. You can see the way the coin grows. You can see the growth. And this growth is not just pictorial. It is actually, guys, I tell you, it is not just pictorial. From there, I had the opportunity to understand what they meant by shopping on the TBC platform. Of course, in the course of my research, I had gotten my shopping card. With my shopping card, which costed me some few dollars, of course. Of course, for TBCians, few dollars is not so much. The experience of getting this reel meant more to me than whatever I would spend. And so when I got my shopping card, I got into Mombasa with it. And you can find me, there I am. A few minutes ago, I was in the Jumbo Mart supermarket where I was doing shopping myself, shopping for 50% TBC. Please, we're not talking here about some roadside store, I'm talking about a supermarket. This is happening for real in the coastal city of Mombasa. You can see I continued my shopping there. I think here I was getting some sprays, some perfumes. The TBCian must smell good. For those who are still doubting, you can see I was bending down there to get some few roll-ons as well. You can see I've stooped. I'm getting right there. Look at the way I find myself on my knees. Just a gesture showing how much I enjoy the endeavor, the experience of benefiting from TBC. You can see there I am in the supermarket doing all this. You can see these are the various photos of the supermarket. I did lots and lots of shopping. And guys, I must tell you, TBC is real. TBC is real, I must tell you. And you can see here, when I had gone through, went to the counter to pay. Of course, since I was coming, I got a voucher from the office. And with the voucher, I went into the TBC, into the Jumbo Mart, bought all I bought for the amount I got. And when I went to the counter to pay, presented my voucher. In fact, I was asked to pay 50% cash. And that was all, just that. The rest of the 50%, with the assistance you can see there, the shop accepts 100% Bitcoin. That one is clear. And the next step, the Kenyan TBC Association, TBC Society in Kenya has done that we must applaud, is that they have gone to make arrangements with the same supermarket. It accepts 100% of Bitcoin and now accepts 50% of TBC. Who says TBC is not making giant strides? We are talking to you guys. I am making this broadcast live, and as I refer to it, from the hub of East African economy, that is Kenya. Kenya is the hub of East African economy. And for TBC to have gone this far, it is not a joke. And so those who, keep making claims that TBC is a scam, TBC has come to, deal with people, and they give several reasons. I have come to you today just to tell you myself. I myself am a living testimony. I'm not talking to you what the admin says. I'm telling you what I experienced in the Jumbo Mart supermarket. I bought, a solar torch. I bought so many things, and I had to pay just, you know, you move into a supermarket and you pick. It's not as if there are some items which are limited to the TBC exploits. No, everything you pick and you go pay 50% in cash. TBC is real, guys. TBC is real, and I must tell you that it has come to stay. It has come to stay. So you can see it's at the end of the broad. Is at the end of my shopping. There you find myself and TBC leader for Mombasa, Catherine. I tell you, they used to say that behind every successful man is a woman, as if to say that women are not at the stage of success, you know, at the forefront of success. I must tell you that this lady called Catherine is a force to reckon with. She's doing a great job. She works in close collaboration with Bernard. Bernard is a TBC leader in Nairobi and in Kenya as a whole. And I must tell you that they are making giant strides. They are making giant strides. For those in Kenya who want to know more, I just bring to your notice that TBC leader in Kenya, Bernard, apart from having had this deal with Jumbo Mart, is already talking with Budget. Budget is another powerful supermarket here in Mombasa. We had the opportunity to pass around and visit it with Catherine, just look at it from a distance, you know, got there, visited it without making any comments, just to see how it is, what it does, so that we can go ahead with our negotiations with the top management. And already after that, I placed a call. In fact, the excitement within me was so much that I could not but place a call to Bernard, the TBC leader for Nairobi and Kenya as a whole, who assured me that much is in the pipeline to get the connections and the necessary arrangements for this to remain the same story, even in Nairobi, with great supermarkets and companies like Naivas and Tuskys, and you can name them. He has lots and lots of plans. Guys, I must tell you that I could not give so much. I could not keep quiet. That's exactly why I had to rush immediately and do this broadcast so that the rest of the world gets to know that TBC is real, at least, and TBC in Kenya is making giant strides. And again, I must assure you that with TBC, not only do we shop like this, you know, with TBC, we also bring the coins to new members, you know, bring the coins to new members who get along. And because they get along, what happens? Our community begins to grow. And I must tell you that that is part of the good news that keeps me excited. I had a close study of the Kringle Cash back office yesterday and today. From the studies, from when I left, when I lastly checked, together with Catherine, I was explaining a few things to her, and when I finally checked, discovered that the number of people who became registered and verified in the TBC community within 24 hours grew in leaps and bounds. For my statistics, that number grew with 2,000, approximately 2,000 members in one day. Let me share with you where our president stands with respect to membership. I share with you our president stands with respect to membership, so that you begin to understand that TBC has come to stay. TBC is not what Felix Udechukwu thought. It's not what even Joseph Ibezim thought of so many years ago, about 2 years ago, when he made his write-up, as we have done seen in this previous episodes of this series. TBC is growing. Now look at the population here. You can see. I just want you to take note. Look at the population here. Just yesterday, it was 3,306,000. I mean, yesterday, it's not up to 24 hours from my last check. And today, we are 3,308,469 members. Guys, I tell you, TBC is no joke. Again, I tell you, TBC is no joke. It has come to stay. And for those who think TBC is a scam, I want to tell you that TBC, a scam, cannot successfully convince up to 2,000 people in a day within 24 hours, no matter how skillful those within that scheme are. So that is part of the good news I'm bringing to you, that our society, private society, is growing in leaps and bounds. Do not be left out. Feel engaged, get on board. What is keeping you back? Ask yourself. But feel engaged and get on board, because there is even greater news. You know, what I told you was good news, but now I have better news for you. Better news, I mean, yes, you are getting me right. By better news, I mean here, guys, that TBC, the great redemption period is at the corners. I am broadcasting to you from Mombasa on this day, the 31st day of October 2018. Today is the last day. In less than 24 hours, our redemption time would be right there. In less than 24 hours, all the cookies, all the points you have had from broadcasts, from, gifts when you just enrolled. You remember when we're talking about those who enroll will be given gifts of over $2,000. That 25,000 cookies you were given because you enrolled within this period, looking forward to the redemption period. From tomorrow, with just a single click, you will have that 25,000 cookies converted into Pringles, which are going to read $2,000 or more in your back office. That is exactly what is going to happen. But guys, hold on. Do not be too excited, because I know excitement can lead you, into, they say in pidgin English, hurry, hurry, broke trouser, It means that those who are in a haste, if you are in a haste so much, you end up destroying your pair of trousers in between the legs. It gets torn. That's exactly what that means, hurry, hurry, broke trouser. What I mean here is that do not hurry to click the redeem button. In the subsequent broadcasts, we want to make this series of TBC is not a scam up to 10 episodes. In the subsequent broadcasts, we'll bring to you what the redemption period is all about, what it entails, what it means, and subsequently even show you how it has worked. But basically, before we get to that, we want to say that the redemption period spans throughout the month of October. So do not hurriedly click on the redeem button to get these things converted, because you may miss other opportunities, because that button is clicked only once. If you ask my opinion, I'll ask you to hold on. Keep accruing the cookies. Keep accruing the benefits. Keep making your broadcasts. Keep attending the send button meetings. Keep bringing in new members, referrals, 24, rapid 24 hours, rapid 48 hours. Keep doing all that, so that by the end of October, November, and subsequently, eventually this redemption period will surely be extended to December. But by the end of that period, once you click your redeem button once, you are going to redeem whole lots of cookies, whole lots of Pringles. That is your like I say, your um, cookies are going to be transferred, converted into whole lots and lots of Pringles, which are equivalent to thousands upon thousands of dollars. That is exactly what the redemption period is all about. And so do not hesitate to get on board. For those who are not yet on board, you will still have at least 1 month. Please get on board and enjoy the facilities of TBC. Like I told you, TBC is not a story of for a few. Some may listen to me and say that, but this is because you are a Tibetian and you are benefiting from all that. No, 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 that is not the case. It is something much more than that. So please keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. Um, keep the ball rolling. For those of you who are senior Tibetians, for those of you who are senior Tibetians who keep having the privilege of having meetings, please do not get tired. Create and organize meetings and seminars with fellow Tibetians. Organize, you know, make sure you organize training sessions with Tibetians so that they get to understand. On the screen is one of the training sessions which took place in Douala. You can see for yourself one of the TBC sessions. Look at the way the people, the hall is full. Look at the caliber of people you find there. So please do not hesitate. I want to advise Tibetians of various counties and various countries, counties with respect to Kenya, countries with respect to Africa, please. One of the best tools you ought to use is that of organizing meetings, organizing activities as well. I say this because if we do not do this and educate our members, it's not everyone who has the opportunity, the time, and the technical know-how to get into the websites, study by themselves, and get all this done. So please, organize broadcasts, yes, organize broadcasts for those who love to begin broadcasting and they don't know what to do. Do not only subscribe to this channel, do not only like it, do not only share it, but get that contact number and reach me and I'll assist you on how to go about it, especially following the demands and the criteria set by TBC. Remember, TBC is not a private something, and so there is no private negotiation I'll make with you out of the TBC rules and regulation. You can see this is exactly one of the TBC sessions in Douala. I greatly appreciate the efforts of my brother, Mr. Mbe Derrick, my very senior brother in TBC, who has moved, his efforts has moved TBC around the confines of Africa and has moved me in particular as an individual not to lie on my laurels. And so I want to pay him homage. I greet him as I am with you on this live broadcast. Before I came here on this broadcast, I have been with him. I gave him feedback of my visit to the Jumbo Mart, and he was very excited and all that. So that is exactly what we have in store for you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned to our subsequent broadcasts. I know it has been hectic broadcasting from the coastal city of Mombasa with so much noise, broadcasting almost from the streets. But I wanted to share with you the details of an experience which greatly speaks for itself about what TBC is and what it is not, according to the claims of the so many who already say that TBC is a scam. So don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share, and don't forget to get in contact with me for those who have some questions to ask. Thank you very much. Stay tuned to Papi TBC. We shall bring to you further details as days go by. Thank you, Chuck.